Okay, so this is the tutorial for BR3, which is the storyboard. You'll find that again, like all the other assignments or pre-production tasks in media, MEST2, task 3, broadcast, BR3, storyboard. So what is a storyboard and why do we need one? Well, firstly, a storyboard is basically a plan of the video production piece or text that you are creating. And we need this so that we can set up the shots that we want to use, we can plan for what we need to take, and so that our story or the film or our text will follow and include everything that we require in order to meet the requirements. If we didn't use the storyboard, the problem would be that, and we didn't write a plan, is that we would film lots and lots and lots of footage, and really maybe 4/5 of it would be useless because we wouldn't have thought about the shots that we wanted, the music, the sound, location, camera movements, etc, etc. So basically we do a storyboard because we want to do a plan, and also so that we can create our production piece as quickly as possible with as little takes. And also we use a storyboard once we've created our piece and we've got our footage, we can use that to edit together our film or text on the computer, and we'll easily know, and we'll be able to do it quickly, and we'll know what sort of effects we need to use, etc, etc. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you 2 storyboards in a second, but I just want to talk to you a little bit about the various things which are in the storyboards that you need to think about when you do yours. So the first thing we need to think about is we need to think about, and you need to show on that, are the various music, sound effects and audio which will happen in each of the scenes. Now, the storyboard is broken up into scenes, therefore we need to note this information down. Then we may want to mention the location. So this is a good thing to do for location is, within your location selection document, which is BR5, which you're going to do, you can put down a number next to each of the locations that you picked. And then within your storyboard you can just put the name of the number, 1, 2, 3, so we know what location we're on. Also, you're going to show the action which takes place in the scene, and you can either do this through writing a brief action, for example, actor 1 is crying, or actor 1 is very upset, crying with her hands on her face, etc, etc. Or so you could write it, or you could show it in terms of visual pictures, the actions that are happening. The next thing you want to talk about is the transitions in there. How does the scene move from one scene to the next? Do you use a fade? Do you use a quick cut? Etc, etc. Then we're going to talk about camera movements and how the camera moves. Does it zoom in on something? Does it pan out? Does it pan from the right to the left? Etc, etc. And now, instead of writing that, you could probably show this with arrows drawn on the scene, showing the direction of the camera if you want, or you could write it. Finally, you're going to do an image. You draw a little picture of the shot that's taking place. And in this, we'll talk about our framing and composition. So what sort of camera shot are we going to use? Is it an extreme close-up? Is it a close-up? Is it a wide shot? Is it a medium close-up? Where the camera will be positioned, and the size roughly of the shot. So I'm going to show you an example. As we go down here, we've got some examples. We've got how to create a storyboard with the PowerPoint, which you want to look at, and there's 2 examples. Example 1's the best. So this is what we've got, look. So when we create it, it's really important to make sure that you take into account these things. Shot type and length. For example, number 1 here, we've got extreme close-up, 3 seconds. Long shot, 3 seconds. Close-up, 4 seconds. We'll make sure that we've got a title of our sheet, length of the board, and the name of the board. So sheet 1, title, what it is, pre-title sequences, how long it is, 25 seconds. Next thing, number 3, camera movements. So here, the arrow represents the camera moving around in a circle. Here we go, we've got a camera represented as zooming in on this face. Number 4, speech effects, sound effects, sorry, which I've spelled wrong. Okay, so SX, rain, door slamming, car starts, voiceover. Sound effects, terrifying, breathing, sob, voiceover. Speech and action, number 5. Okay, so here's some speech. She was just, like always there on a Friday. in brackets, girl flicks hair and laughs off screen, looks off screen. Actions. Again, like I said, she was nothing special, no difference to any of us, and I told you, blood drips in pool. There's the action. Number 6, picture of the scene. Moving on to... Okay, so we can see... Another thing that I actually forgot to mention on here is that we've actually probably got some transitions, and you want to mention the transition here, moving between scene to scene, which isn't on there. So there's one example for you. The other example, if I load up here, let's have a look, is a bit different, but includes the same sort of thing. So we've got a picture. Okay, we've got the camera moment, but we've got this written in writing terms. So face up on eye popping, pupil dilates, camera slowly dollies back as the creature looks around, blinks and moves out of frame. Rack focused on another Nanotosaurus transversing this type of forest. So again, telling us a bit about the shot, what's happening in the scene. Now it's up to you which one you go for, which one you decide to use. If I were you, I like this storyboard. I think that, you know, it is... I just think it's easy to find the information that you need and the way it's been set out. But, excuse me, you can pick the style that you want. You'll need to create this template. So you're going to need to create it on Word or on Excel, on Word, and add the information in. Probably the best thing to do would be to create it on Word, print it out, draw in, write in the information, then scan it for me and upload it. You're probably going to have a few different sheets for this. So that's the end of the storyboard tutorial.